Hello and welcome to Flippin Awesome. I'm Mindy XYZ, your factotum expert. With my detailed videos on how to save time, money, the environment, and many other things, for example, cooking, you'll easily become an expert too with your newfound capabilities, and you'll easily amaze your family and friends. So let's get started. Today, obviously, I am in my kitchen and we are going to smoke some turkey legs and turkey breast wrapped in bacon. So I have the ingredients here, and instead of putting them all out, here's this. So you can pause and write it down if you like. And so let's get started. What we're going to do is we are going to make our brine first and let the turkey marinate overnight, and we'll do the actual smoking tomorrow. So to make the brine, this is what I do. Okay, for the oriental brine, we are going to start off with 8 cups of water, and I already put that in my lined pan for right now. And what I like to use is the turkey basting bags. It's great. You know, it's just great to throw your brine in and your turkey or chicken or whatever poultry you like to use. Yeah, just go ahead and line a pan for right now. And this is what I use. And I already put the water in. And now we're going to use 1/2 cup of salt. Now any kind of salt will be fine. You know, you can use canning salt, kosher salt. Right here I'm using the kosher. You can use unrefined salt, it's all good. Then we're going to use 1 tablespoon of garlic, and depending on how big your cloves are, that's usually about, I don't know, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, and I got that right here. So we'll just go ahead and throw that in. Then we're going to throw in actually a little bit less than 1/4 cup of grated ginger. Now this is 1/4 cup, and just so you have an idea, you know, it's just under 1/4 cup. And when I grind my ginger, or grate it, I should say, this is what I like to use, just a fine grate. And you got your ginger, and you can peel your ginger if you like, but I don't. I mean, it's going to be in a marinade, not a big deal. You know, just give it a rinse job and then just grate it and get just under 1/4 cup. So we'll go ahead and throw that in there. It's kind of stuck. And include all the ginger juice too. It's really good stuff. Then we're going to use 1 cup of soy sauce. And I've tried a couple different soy sauces, and I always seem to go with this particular brand myself. I'm not promoting it, I'm just letting you know like what I use. And so yeah, so 1 cup of soy sauce. Then 3 tablespoons of lemongrass. Now if you have like the actual plant, even better. But where I'm at, it's really hard to find, and I couldn't find any, so I found this, and it works just as good. And you can find this in your produce area in the grocery store usually. So yeah, so 3 tablespoons of lemongrass. Put that in there. And then 1/4 of an onion. And I use about an average size onion. And 1/4 cup, or 1/4 of an onion, is just a little over 1/4 cup. Now, let's start sweetening it. And to sweeten it, we're going to use a can of crushed pineapple, and it's packed in 100%. Gotta pay attention here. 100% pineapple juice, and this is a 20 ounce. 20-ounce can. And again, I know people are going to ask, can I use fresh pineapple? Sure, you can use fresh pineapple. You know, just throw it in a food processor or whatever and get it pretty well crushed up, chopped up. We'll call that good. And then we are going to add some brown sugar. And yes, you can use dark brown. And actually that's what I prefer. I prefer dark brown sugar. But I just happen to have the lighter on hand, you know, so I'm going to go with the light brown sugar this time. And we're going to use 1/3 of a cup and make sure it's packed a little bit. Now for the Oriental 5-spice. You know, it's pretty good. It's got like cloves, nutmeg, and stuff like that in there. And it smells wonderful. Oh, smell that. It's really good. And so we're going to use 2 teaspoons of that. And with the Worcestershire sauce, I don't measure it out. I just kind of put a couple dashes in there. So, and that's what we'll do. We'll just do, that's good right there. Okay, so now that we have the brine all put together, what we're going to do is give it a stir. And you just want to stir it until everything kind of dissolves, you know, like between the sugar and the salt. Another thing that helps with that is if you use warm water will help it dissolve a lot quicker, which I did not do this time, but that's okay. It'll just take a couple more extra stirs. Okay, I got it pretty well dissolved and mixed and whatnot. So now I'm going to go ahead and add, I'm going to put in 6 slices of bacon. And I really like this brand of bacon. It's the thick cut and it's just delicious. I'll try other brands every now and then, but there's just something about Wright's. Wright's bacon is delicious. Okay, that looks like 6 slices right there. And I'm just going to pull them apart and place them inside there. Now, the reason why I'm not wrapping the turkey breast right now is I don't want the toothpicks to poke through the bag. So I'm just going to go ahead and let the bacon soak in this deliciousness along with the turkey. And then we'll actually wrap the breasts tomorrow and secure them with, obviously, toothpicks. All right, now with the turkey breast, it's actually the tenderloins that I'm using. So we'll go ahead and just throw those in there. And I have 4, I'll be doing 2 tenderloin breasts and 4 legs. Okay, this is about to spill over. And I had a feeling that was going to happen. That's why I got another pan. So what I'm going to do is just transfer this. Ever so gently. There we go. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and add the other 2. And the nice thing about using the bag is a lot of people usually don't have a big enough pan to really let them soak. And this will really be good, because then you can like kind of squish the bag around here and there every now and then throughout every couple hours if you think about it. So make sure that everything gets, make sure everything gets saturated. Yeah, with those oven bags, you know, they come with these little zip tie things. So yeah, I'll go ahead and bring this over here and zip tie it closed. Now you definitely want to use some type of a pan or a bowl to put this in, just in case the bag does leak. It'll end up inside your bowl versus all over your fridge. And I'm going to let a lot of that air out. And we will call that good. And we'll just put this in the refrigerator and overnight, 24 hours if possible. And then we'll start smoking tomorrow. See you then. Hello and welcome back. It's actually 2 days later, and it ended up raining all day yesterday. I probably should have checked the Weather Channel, but hey, it's all good. If anything, the turkey will be a little extra flavorful. The brine is not that super strong, so it'll be perfect. What I've done so far today is I got some potatoes that I'm going to throw in the smoker. I got sweet potatoes that I cut up, and some baby, I think they're honey golds. Yeah, little honey golds, and I'm leaving these whole. I threw some salt, pepper, some onion, and I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil on top and put about, I don't know, just a little bit of water in my pan that'll fill it, I don't know, about an eighth of an inch deep to a quarter of an inch deep. And that'll keep these nice and moist, and yeah, it'll be good. So I still need to add the oil and water yet on this. So, before I do anything else, I'm gonna get the electric smoker started so it'll start smoking, and let's go out there and do that. Okay, I'm using the apple chips, and I prefer the littler chips just because of how my smoker is set up. Now I've had these soaking actually for the last 2 days, but you don't need to soak them that long. I believe you can just soak them for at least an hour. But I really like to get them saturated. Okay, what we want to do, get some oil and a brush, or you can use a spray. And we're gonna coat the grill. All right, now that we got the smoker started, let's go ahead and get our turkey. Our little turkey tenderloins. Oh, that smells so good. And our bacon. Okay, and let's wrap our tenderloins. So what I'll do is I'll lay it across first and then start wrapping it. Then you can tuck the ends underneath like so, between strips. All right, and then I'm just going to secure some of this with my toothpicks. There we go. Look at that baby. Okay, while it's warming up, we're going to put the potatoes on the lower rack.
Ooh, that's gonna be so delicious. I can't wait for it to be done.
Okay, it's been a little over an hour, and what I'm gonna do, oh, it's looking good already. What I'm gonna do is I want to baste the turkey with some sesame seed oil. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, it's hour number 2, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip the turkey over, baste it again with more sesame seed oil, and I'm gonna check my wood chips to see if I need to replace or add more, I should say, not replace, but add more, and check the fluid level of my pan. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, look at that, look at that, it looks awesome. All right, we'll check it again in another hour, and maybe done in about another hour. So
Okay.
yay.
The turkey is done and the potatoes are done. Now the potatoes are a little firm. They probably could have been on the smoker for at least maybe another half hour to an hour, but I kind of like them a little firm. And this took a total of 4.5 hours.
Well, that turned out really, really good. And smoking foods, I don't know, there's just something about it. It's just delicious. So hopefully you guys will give this recipe a shot and pull out your smoker and just go ahead and do it, you know, and make a great meal for your family and friends. If you like today's videos, I would appreciate it, of course, if you would go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And I will be bringing more videos your way as soon as I can. In the meantime, you guys have an awesome, fabulous day. And thank you for watching Flippin' Awesome. Again, I'm Mindy XYZ.